Hey guys, so when I first started this channel, I made a point of how I wanted to be drawing attention to the underrepresentation of women in the film industry and celebrating the women that are doing amazing work. I know that I kind of let that slide, so I'm a little bit pissed at myself, but I'm coming back from now on with a renewed vigor. I really want to make sure that this is the main focus of this channel, wherever possible, because it's so important. The UK Film Council released a study recently which showed all the statistics about the underrepresentation of women in the film industry, and it's absolutely shocking. It's 2016. This should not be the case in any industry, especially not the film industry. It's so important that we have equal representation because films not only reflect society, they also shape it. And so if we're being influenced by the male gaze, which I found out recently was only a term coined in the 70s, in the 70s. How long has film been around for? Like, this is just mind-blowing. I'm going to put all of the information to the studies that with all the stats in the description below, as I always do, and I highly recommend that you take the time to have a read because I think everybody needs to read it, and I think we all need to make more of a conscious effort to be supporting these women that are fucking out there kicking ass and taking names and in this man's world, and making it an easier place for us to live in general. I'm very passionate, as you can see. I'm very worked up. I've just been in the sun. I just had some of my fake turkey meat and I'm fueled with rage. Which brings me to the film that I want to talk about today, and that's the film Mustang by the amazing screenwriter-director Deniz Gamze Erguven. So sorry if I butchered your name, Deniz. I love you. I love you. Mustang is set in a remote Turkish village. It features 5 beautiful, free-spirited sisters who are forced into house arrest seclusion by their elders after taking part in what society deems as illicit behaviour. One of the things I want to touch on is that this film's being compared a lot to the Virgin Suicides, and I think that's actually a little bit problematic. The main difference to take away from the 2 films is that the Virgin Suicides, besides the obvious cultural differences of course, is that the Virgin Suicides was told through the voice of these young men who were remembering the Lisbon girls. Even though it was directed by a female director, Sofia Coppola, the book itself was actually also written by a male. So I think that these are things to remember because not only was this film written and directed by a female director, but it is also told through the perspective of Lale, the youngest sister. And both films do feature amazingly beautiful girls, 5 sisters, and it shows their loving and close relationships. Another huge part of the storyline of this film is the closeness and the bond that these sisters have, same as the Virgin Suicides. I think the way that we receive this beauty is 100% garnered by the gaze of the narrator. So because if this was this is just my personal opinion, I feel like if this was directed by a male, the way watching it could have been seen as exploitive, but because it was done in such a way by Deniz, it's the beauty of the girls and the way that they interact with each other. It's not exploitive at all. Not that I'm saying the Virgin Suicides was. This is just me blah blah blahing. The other difference worth noting is the way the sisters are removed from their imprisonment or seclusion. The Lisbon sisters had a form of agency in taking their own lives. It's not obviously it's not ideal, but they did have a form of agency. They chose to remove themselves from those situations, whereas the sisters in this movie are being married off and other things which other unspeakable things which I won't ruin for you because I think that you should watch the film yourself and see what happens. But they don't have as much control over their own paths as the Lisbon sisters do. They've done something amazing with this film, and I want to say that it's one of the best films of 2015, and it's definitely the best feminist film of 2015. The sisters are played by 5 young actresses. I'm pretty sure they're all new to the scene, and their presence, their power on screen is just there's nothing that I could even compare it to. It's just sensational, and I think that this speaks volumes to the talent of the director, Deniz, because she's been able to coax this performance out of novice actresses, and it's absolutely fantastic. Especially look out for Lele, the youngest sister. She is only 14 years old. I just can't believe that someone that is only 14 can be that powerful on screen. It is sensational. Yes, it is a dark film, and in places it does get yes, it is a dark film, and in places it's also a little bit funny. It's also sweet. It's 100% worth seeing. See it or nah. I just realized I'm running out of battery. So see it or not, please make sure that you see this film. Go spend the money, see it in the cinema. Do it because it is fantastic and you won't regret it. Take your friends, tell your friends. Great film. Until next time, baby dolls, please subscribe to my channel because it makes me look good. I'll put all the links in the description below that I have mentioned. And thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Yay, 150 subscribers. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Bye.